Rio. Michael because he came like the angel, because the storm came. My wife's water broke. He was born on Father's Day. This is a beautiful thing. I was reunited with my family just the day before Mother's Day, and I'm receiving all these pictures with this a spitting image of me. Like, this is Cameron. Like, I look just like I had blonde hair, and it's just so surreal. It really was just absolutely a miracle, all of this. And my brother performs on stage. He's leading, he is following in my father's footsteps. And the day that I put out my recording, my first song dedicated to the Lord and how I overcame my drug addiction as a child and getting into it in high school, God delivered me from that. And I expressed that in my song, which I will share with you guys a cappella, without the beat, just real heartfelt, just raw, because this is how it needs to be. So I was kind of rambling there to get back to that thought that my brother has also a fashion business. He's walking me through this room that looks just like our room that we have at our house. And he has a fashion business just as well as us. And he has the same passion. And Eduardo earlier was, as Cameron was translating, he's like, you are your father. You have the same charisma and the same enthusiasm and just, it was, and there's all this stuff, other stuff going on and just everything.
Yeah, well, that same day you released your first.
And the same day I released my song, my first ever recorded legitimate song out there as a ripple effect to the world, my brother hit television, like he was on
solo.
Television, and he went solo. How beautiful is that? Like, God's timing is perfect. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Divine. It is. Like, my testimony alone has completely evolved into this. We're actually planning a trip to Bolivia in October, and we're going to make it more of a documentary. And we have a couple other people, a friend of mine, which is also bilingual. It's just amazing, the people that, there was a lot of emotions that I went through. Sadness, I did get to anger. There was a point where I became very angry, and I shut my phone off. I didn't touch it for a couple of days. Had like over 1,000 messages just on the WhatsApp that Cameron set up. And I'm taking like an hour and a half to 2 hours every day to like copy and paste and translate. And it's just, a lot of them are jokes. They have a great sense of humor. Their love and enthusiasm is wonderful. The culture there is beautiful, and I cannot wait to go there. So I'm listening to a lot of, flamenco? Flamenco?
Yeah.
Is that the music, right?
Yeah.
Flamenco.
Yeah.
Flamenco. The music of Spain, which my family is from Spain. And my father actually was grandfather was Camilo, and we named our daughter Camille. Camilo. Yes, okay. So I'm listening to Pitbull, like learn Spanish, and my brother's music, trying to, just subconsciously just feed my brain. And releasing this song, and I listened to prayers on YouTube, and I downloaded this Abide app, and just fellowshipping with a lot of brothers. I have been attacked just this last week in ways that I can't even describe, but it's encouraging. Like, I'm not discouraged, and it doesn't scare me and make me want to just tuck away and hide away in the corner. No, it makes me want to fight and be bold and go out there and just fight for this truth, because that's what he represents, and this love, the true definition of love. I look at my children, and I learn so much more from them than anybody else that I surround myself with. It is absolutely incredible. My daughter, out of nowhere, she's 2 years old, we call her, so it's Camille Rose, right? But we call her Bizzle Body, Little Miss Biz, Bizzle Frizz, Queen Bizzle, just Biz. She's a busybody. And she comes up to me, and I'm coming home from work, and she runs up to me, she's like, "Daddy, I love you and I miss you so much." Clear as day. I have a full conversation with her. And that's the first time I looked at that clock, man. That's because I'll keep going and going. So Eduardo's saying, what happened is God touched you. God touched you. I had this random gentleman come to me in line out in the garden, and I'm having just a wonderful time. Like I'm thinking on the Lord. I'm thinking of ways to improve and set aside my ego and swallow my pride. You know, like in one of the lyrics, I release in my ego, I swallowed my pride. As you rebuilt this mental mind frame you instilled inside. You know, you revealed inside. I got chills inside, you know, and this gentleman comes up to me and he speaks 3 different languages. He's written many books, and he hands me this book about Jesus that he wrote. And just felt inspired to do that. And it's just incredible. If you're faithful, you stick with it. And even when the moment doesn't feel right, you just, you know, yeah, your past, there's mistakes that we go through. And a lot of these things sound so cliche, especially in this culture where we're so numbed and dumbed down, and confusion, which God is not the author of. We're confused, we're overwhelmed. Speedy Gonzalez about everything, and we just need to slow down. And that's one thing that I'm trying to learn is humble myself and slow down and truly smell the roses. Like I will. Like we get deliveries in, and I'm smelling every flower. I'm taking pictures, and I'm not even posting them. You know, I almost deleted my Facebook, but you know, it's how we connect. You know, the beautiful thing too is this whole war I had against media and technology. We kind of sort of made peace with this whole thing. Because if it wasn't for technology, I wouldn't have learned of my bro, you know? I wouldn't have learned of my family. But so I'm going to conclude this talk with an a cappella version of the song I released called Out of the Dark. So just to kind of preface, I got into some pretty hard drugs in high school. Trying to impress a girl, people, and it made me feel superhuman. It made me feel like Superman, truly. I would literally go up, and it would take my social butterfly ability to, you know, and I would go up on people's porches and be like, hey, how you doing? Hi, I'm Freddie. I'm Freddie Four Fingers. Hi, Four. How's it going? And like, go back in their house, like, me not thinking that, you know, pupils are this big and I'm, you know, gacked out of my mind. But yeah, so now I have triggers. If I take caffeine, if I smoke weed, it's a trigger. Alcohol, so I try to just stay clear of all that. So this is about how God delivered me from them. So, killing the silence by sparking the light. You know. My sights had been sharpened, I felt that I could take flight. You see, the moon was my target in the dead of night, and like a shooting star on its decline, that burned out its light. From angels turned demon that fell from the sky. You see, my mood was like the seasons, I would fall every time. It was so dark, it was freezing, I was losing my sight, so I prayed to God that I would continue to reach new heights. To a limit that is far beyond the blue sky. You see, this mountain was becoming impossible to climb. My soul was seeming improbable to find. My love became lost. I was hopeless and blind. But like a lighthouse in the darkest of nights, I was instantly reminded that He was my guide. By releasing my ego, I swallowed my pride. Rebuilding this mental mind frame He instilled inside. You instilled inside. I got chills inside. See, by releasing my ego, I swallowed my pride. Rebuilding this mental mind frame you instilled inside. I got chills inside. Every time I fell, He helped me to rise out of the darkness and into the light. See, there's comfort in knowing that He will never leave or abandon, never, not a single one of His children behind, because they're so beautiful. You see, I will never give up. I will forever fight with all of my heart and all of my mind, even when the moment doesn't feel right. You see, I will continue to speak against the father of lies, even when the government decides to deem it a crime, because I am a servant leader here to stiffen all spines in the position on a mission that is truly divine. I've learned to listen as a Christian, now I look to the sky. I'm done submitting, always quitting and giving up on this life. You see, I'm committed as a husband, a father, day and night. That's why I'm making this devotion to live this life to the fullest and embrace this second chance, because I have been born twice. Thank you.
Check it out. We're going to have a little time of prayer. So there's gonna be some people that will come around. If you have anything that you wanna have prayed for or anything on your mind, just go ahead and say it, and we'll just go ahead and do that.
Right now.
Huh? Okay.
Got stuff to say, what you scared to say. What's your name?